Good morning. Welcome to CATEX-TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. This is a live broadcast from Princeton, New Jersey. Today is Friday, March 27, 2009. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the U.S. It's still 3:30 p.m. in London. However, Britain goes to summertime this weekend, so we'll return to normal for them on Monday. In Bermuda, it's 12:30 p.m. and in Mexico City, it's 9:30 in the morning. If you need to reach us during the broadcast, you can phone in toll-free at 1-866-67-CATEX. Overseas, our instant mail address on AOL is CATEX-TV. On this day in history, a very big insurance claim. In 1977, a KLM 747 trying to take off at Tenerife in the Canary Islands plowed directly into a Pan Am 747. It was the largest single loss of life for an air crash. 582 people died. Some statewide unemployment numbers are coming out. Florida came out at 9.2%, and the state of South Carolina came out at 11.2%. These are numbers for February. South Carolina, with this 11.2% number, has a governor named Mark Sanford, who does not want to accept any of the billions coming from Washington in the stimulus package signed by President Obama. His state legislature vehemently disagrees with him, and they are suing him to force him to take the money. He should perhaps ask some of the people out of work. Now to our main news. The government came out with some more numbers this morning. They say that consumers have increased spending for a second straight month in February. Although their income slipped due to continuing layoffs, the Commerce Department reported this morning that consumer spending edged up 0.2% last month. This follows a big jump of 0.1% in January. The report does say, though, that incomes fell by 0.2% in February, which is the fourth drop in the past 5 months. The stock market is down about 115 points right now. Out in the Midwest, a cataclysm continues to unfold in Fargo, North Dakota, which is located in the eastern part of the state, right on the border with Minnesota. The rising Red River broke a 112-year record this morning. It's eroding a dike south of downtown. It's forcing authorities to evacuate mandatorily about 150 homes right now. There's going to be a lot more going. The river had risen to about 40.3 feet early this morning, 22 feet above flood stage. It beat the old 1897 high water mark, and it's going to crest all the way up at 43 feet, another 3 feet, sometime tomorrow. Just after 2 a.m. this morning, residents in one neighborhood were roused from sleep by the police and told to evacuate. Officials are vowing to build the dikes higher, but there's a growing sense out there that the city's best efforts may not be enough. The mayor said, "We don't want to give up yet. We want to go down swinging if we go down at all." Residents in the city of 92,000 people have been scrambling in sub-freezing temperatures and snow to pile sandbags along the Red River and spent much of Thursday preparing for a crest of 41 feet, which they thought they might be able to manage, only then to have forecasters break their spirit by adding another 2 feet to the estimate. The river is expected to behave in ways never previously observed, said the Weather Service. They also said conditions on the Red River at Fargo have grown increasingly dangerous in the past 24 hours. And then finally this, the river is currently approaching record levels and showing no sign of slowing, warning that flows upstream of the city have produced unprecedented conditions. Fargo is at the most risk because it has not developed the extensive flood protection systems of upriver cities like Grand Forks, North Dakota, and Winnipeg, Canada. Just as a point of interest, the Red River of the North, which is the river we're discussing, flows to the north. So it is a little bit of an unusual situation. The pirates off the Horn of Africa are at it again. This time it's a Norwegian chemical tanker. The Bow Asir was captured by Somali pirates off the coast of the country. The ship's owner says it has not yet received a ransom demand. They do say that from the satellite they can see the ship is heading north. It's a 20,000 metric ton chemical cargo tanker. It has a crew of 27. It was hijacked about 275 miles east of the Somali port of Kismayo. Also, the Bowasir was captured only a few hours after a 9,000-ton Greek tanker, the Nipaya, shown here, with 19 crew members aboard, was taken about 500 miles east of Kismayo. So the idea that these pirates are sailing around in rubber rafts 500 miles away from land is a little bit ludicrous. They're using a mothership of some sort. Lloyd's has finally confirmed what we all knew. In a bulletin posted on their website, they announced finally that Tom Bolt has been appointed as the new underwriting performance director effective early this fall. He'll take over from Ralph Tolley, who will retire at the end of the year. Bolt has more than 25 years of experience in the insurance industry. He's currently the managing director of the Marlboro Managing Agency. The underwriting performance director at Lloyd's is, quote, responsible for working with individual Lloyd's businesses to improve the commercial performance of the market. This includes monitoring each syndicate's performance against its business plan and ensuring that the underwriting guidelines are adhered to. Lloyd's CEO Richard Ward said, "I'm delighted that Tom has accepted the role of underwriting performance director. He has a great reputation and the perfect mix of technical knowledge and experience that will enable him to work in partnership with the market." We've been in touch with Mr. Bolt this morning by email. He has consented to come on the show for an interview after he assumes his position at Lloyd's. We wish him well, and he indicated that he wishes our viewers well. We'll now go to a word from our sponsors and come back with the rest of the news.
Every day, the world wakes up and goes to work, pursuing the unique opportunities that lead the global economy forward. The complexity and close connectivity of today's global marketplace is a true modern miracle that can create unparalleled success. But it takes confidence, passion, innovation, and understanding.
Enabling opportunity.
Protecting capital.
Engineering innovation.
Investing in your future.
Ensuring continuity.
Finding the right balance.
It takes Aon.
The Bellwether University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey just came out and went up a whole point, went up from 56.3 to 57.3 in the month of March. So that's pretty good news, actually. We mentioned Richard Ward already today, the CEO of Lloyd's. He was interviewed earlier in the week, and he said that commercial insurance prices will start rising again, reversing years of decline. This, unfortunately, just as customers are trying to cut costs. He said insurers are no longer going to be able to support underwriting with investment income, making increases inevitable. Mr. Ward said that some customers are raising their deductible or cutting back on coverage to keep costs under control. He said the current situation makes it difficult to estimate how much overall premiums will grow. He said, "I think everyone is struggling." Falling investment returns along with major cat losses in 2008 have of course squeezed insurers' capital to the point that insurers must raise prices. Earlier this week, Lloyd's reported 2008 net income of $2.7 billion US, which is off 50% from last year. The drop was of course due to falling investment income and the 2008 cat claims, mainly Hurricane Ike. Mr. Ward did have a comment about the furor surrounding the AIG, the allegations against AIG about price cutting on their premiums. He said that he'd heard only anecdotal complaints about AIG cutting insurance prices in order to keep customers. He said that Lloyd's had not participated in any reported discussions that any insurers are having with regulators over the issue. It's something for them to resolve, he said. He said, "We focus on